see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, tingle, tingling.
Hi guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogsmas. Today's video is a react video and I'm going to be reacting to unpopular Christmas opinions. So if you want to read the posts for these, because I got these off of Reddit, the links to them are in the description of this video, so if you want to check them out, you can. So the first one is, I really hate Christmas time. I won't ruin anyone's happiness, but I wish it wasn't so forced. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I hate the winter because of seasonal depression, and I really hate Christmas because it just reminds me of not having a close family and all the fighting in childhood. I hate the consumerism and forced Christian beliefs. The entire time of year just makes me realize how isolated I feel. Also, this is petty, but the music and lights are annoying as fuck. That being said, I won't try and ruin anyone's happiness or tell them they can't enjoy the day. I just wish people would let me not be super enthusiastic about it in peace. Like, I'm not going to pretend to be overly happy about shit I don't care about. So, I mean, I get that to, like, a certain degree. Like, seasonal depression is a bitch. It honestly is. And I feel like now that I'm an adult, like I'm not a kid anymore, Christmas kind of lost its, like, magic feeling. It just feels like another day to me where you get presents, I guess. You know, it just doesn't feel like it used to, so, like, I get that. But yeah, I like how this person is not gonna let their opinions ruin other people's holidays. Okay, the next one is, giving Christmas-themed items as a gift on Christmas Day is nonsensical. I love Christmas, but giving Christmas-themed stuff on Christmas Day as a present just doesn't make much sense. If it's something like shirts, sweaters, pants, pajamas, socks, or any other article of clothing that is clearly Christmas-themed, then you only have a few days following Christmas for it to still really be in season. After that, it gets shoved in a closet or dresser for 11 months. Same thing with Christmas-themed towels and decorations. Getting them on Christmas Day gives the recipient very little time to actually use the gift that year, making them store it away for future use. I'm not opposed to Christmas-themed gifts completely, but they should be given well before Christmas so the recipient can actually enjoy the gift while it's in season. Giving it on Christmas Day ensures they have to wait most of the following year before they can truly enjoy it. My opinion here only applies to things like clothes, towels, and decorations. Christmas-themed food is totally fine. I'd eat a Reese's peanut butter treat any day of the year. So, I agree with that. Like, I don't really care for Christmas-themed gifts. Like, because, especially, like, shirts and stuff. Like, I made this shirt last year for a parade that my Girl Scout troop was in. And it's been sitting in my dresser until now. So, I get that. Okay, next one is, I hate those person A surprises person B with a puppy for Christmas / birthday / whatever posts. Getting any pet is a huge responsibility, and I'm sure that they talked about this before and discussed it, at least I hope so. And especially in the case of a dog, talking about the breed. I don't even want to start on people who don't do this, but I personally still think it's shit to just choose a puppy and then surprise the person with it. You have to prepare so much for it. In best case, one person should take some time off of work to train the dog. Also, choosing the puppy itself is actually a huge thing. If you go to a breeder, you have like 4 to 8 puppies to choose from and all, and this is already a huge decision, which in those cases only one person did. Getting a pet should always be discussed in length, but these posts make it seem like they totally surprised them and it came out of nowhere. So, yeah, I'm not into the whole let's get our kids a puppy for Christmas or whatever. Because most parents get this animal expecting their child to be able to take full responsibility for this animal, and that's not always the case. I mean, kid can't take care of itself. Why would you think it could take care of another living being? Another thing is a lot of people, once the puppies grow out of the puppy stage, they return them to the shelter. So it's like, why even get one if, like, you're not gonna commit to having it for its entire life? I never get that. Like, oh, we're gonna bring a new member in the household. Oh, now we're not gonna keep it. Like, I don't get that. And I agree with the whole choosing the proper dog to fit your family is definitely, like, really important. You know, I've had 3 dogs in my entire life. The first one my parents got before I was born, so I wasn't involved in that. The second one was actually, she was the last one at the breeder's house, or at the owner's house, so we kind of just got her. I mean, she was the last one. And then the dog we have now, we got at the shelter, and she wasn't a puppy. She was like a year and a half, 2 years old maybe. But still, like, even like choosing out of the shelter dogs, like, you know, like 4 out of 5 of my family members were there to pick her out. You know, my dad didn't really care. So, yeah. It's definitely a big thing, and I don't think it should be like a surprise thing. Like, here's a surprise puppy, but now we're going to talk about all the responsibility that this present is going to get, you know, be all the responsibility that's going to be bestowed on you now as a small child. Like, I don't get it. Okay, next opinion. Christmas/holiday trees are acceptable home decorations year-round. I grew up in a family where there is a stigma against having the tree/lights up earlier than Thanksgiving or past the New Year. When I got my own place, I decided against taking it down, and now for the last 2-ish years, it has remained a fixture in my living room, and I don't plan to take it down. I remove the decorations in February or March and leave the lights on year-round, which I have set to slowly pulsate between RGB and white light. My friends or family questioned it initially, but have now taken to it. My wife will use it as a backdrop for pictures even during the summer. So, I don't know if this is like a thing, but I have like Christmas anxiety. Because, I mean, I don't have a lot of money, and I've never had a lot of money. And having the Christmas tree up just, like, I don't know, it just makes me anxious because it's like Christmas is coming, you don't have anything bought, you know, like, kind of thing. So, like, for me, like, I understand people not wanting to put their trees up until closer to Christmas because, honestly, it gives me anxiety. But I also saw, like, during, you know, quarantine and stuff, people were, like, changing the decorations to match, like, the month or the season, which I thought that was really cool. But, like, I don't see why it's a big deal of what other people have in their house. Like, for me personally, I wouldn't do it because the Christmas tree just signals anxiety to me. But I'm not going to, you know, put anyone down for wanting that up, or wanting the tree up year round. So, okay, next one. Real Christmas trees are better than fake Christmas trees. Real Christmas trees are a renewable resource that helps small businesses and are replanted and help their environment, whereas fake Christmas trees just create a lot of excess garbage and only do harm to the environment to create. There is no reason, if you live somewhere you can get or are allowed to use a real tree, that you shouldn't get a real Christmas tree if you care about the environment. I've always had a fake tree. I mean, we get, like, at least 10 years, if not more, of good use out of a fake tree. And I mean, when you're low income, I mean, having that expense one time every 10 years is easier than having it every single year. And honestly, real Christmas trees bug my allergies. So, like, there are people with allergies that, you know, can't have real Christmas trees. So, I get that they're better for the environment and stuff like that, but, like, cost-wise and with allergies, you can't shame people for wanting fake trees, I don't think. Like, I would never shame someone for wanting a real tree. But to me, it's just, they're impractical to me. But doesn't mean they're impractical to other people. The next unpopular opinion. Christmas celebrations start way too early. Forgive me if I strike a nerve with any of you, but I believe that the celebrations begin too early. Why do shops have to start advertising for Christmas in mid-November? I've also seen shops decorate for Christmas before Halloween has even happened, so what's that all about? Why do people start watching Christmas movies before the 1st of December? And even then, that's a bit early. I went to watch Eternals at the cinema on the 6th of November, and it had Christmas music blaring in the lobby on the 6th of November. To be honest, I think you should only get a Christmas after at least the 12th of December. I only look forward to Christmas after my birthday has happened, and even then I don't put decorations until a good portion of December has passed. I can't be the only person who believes all of this. So, I agree in some ways. Like, as I said, I'm not going to shame other people for doing what makes them happy. But when Christmas stuff comes out at back to school time, it's like, okay, you're rushing things. like there's no reason why back to school stuff should have Christmas stuff in it as well. Like, wait, I mean, I get, like, after Halloween, yeah, sure, why not? But, like, I don't know, but when it comes to retail, that's how I feel. But, like, if people want to do, you know, celebrate Christmas early, that's on them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching a Christmas movie early. I mean, there was a time when I was still babysitting Jillian where we watched The Grinch at least once a week until, like, April. So, I mean, I don't think it matters. Next opinion. Christmas decorating your house is useless and waste of energy and material. I know that Christmas decorating varies a lot around the world. When it comes to developed countries, I often see houses and yards decorated all the way. It's useless. It doesn't even look good. I wasn't going to write this until I saw a video of delivery guy telling a homeowner to put on more decorations. So my point is it barely has any value. Causes different types of pollution. You barely see it because it's outside. And if it's to impress others, it's all in vague. I hate it. Decorations inside of your house, or decorate the inside of your house the way you like. I don't mind that. Again, why shame people? Why? Why shame them for what makes them happy? We haven't decorated outside of our house since we moved into this house. Probably even before that. So it's been like a good 10 years since we decorated the outside of our house, but that's just because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to get up and put the lights on or any of that, so that's why we haven't done it. But, like, don't dog on people for, you know, doing something that makes them happy. When we DoorDash, my mom and I DoorDash together, it is so cool seeing all the Christmas lights. It was cool seeing the Halloween decorations, but now everyone's getting, like, their Christmas lights up, and that's also really cool. And it's, like, really fun to see, to be quite honest, so I like it. Next one is Christmas is largely in part about presents and decor. Christmas is not about presents or putting up a bunch of decorations. It's about being with your loved ones. I get that it's just trying to keep people humble and to keep them from getting swept up in the holiday hustle bustle. But it's really not stopping people from putting up decor and buying presents now, is it? A major part of Christmas is getting people presents and putting up decor, either because you want to or because society expects you to. Presents are especially important if one has kids, Now, whether that's how it should be is a different debate, but you can't pretend that Christmas isn't about presents or decor or fancy stuff at all. I think it really depends. I mean, for me, personally, I love buying people Christmas presents. That's how I show that I care, I guess. Like, I'm not like an affectionate person, but like I like getting everybody gifts on Christmas. So like for me, that's how I show I care, but like I also love being with my family and stuff. But that's not how it is for everyone. I mean, Christmas is a Christian holiday that society has kind of, I don't want to say taken over, because who cares? I mean, the more the merrier. I guess I don't know, I'm not Christian, so I don't have a say in that. But like, where was I going with that? Yeah, Christmas means different things for different people, but who cares if it's about presents? Who cares? Okay, next one is Nightmare Before Christmas is not good. Now, before I get the kickback, it is very impressive what they have done. Claymation truly is an art, and I am in no way downplaying the time and effort. That being said, the movie itself isn't very good. I feel most people go gaga over the movie based on how difficult it must have been to make. If this was a regular animation movie, it would have long been forgotten. I agree, but only because I'm not a fan of the claymation. Like, I don't know, there's something, I don't vibe with that movie. Like, my sister loves it, and I love, like, the characters of it, but, like, I'm not vibing with the animation style. I mean, I get that people like it, but I don't. Okay, next one. Christmas decorations should stay up until February. Why is it that we put our Christmas lights up before winter even starts, and right after it starts getting dark at 4 p.m. we're like, yeah, let's take down all the lights so we can just sit in the dark with nothing bright outside for the next 2 months? Seriously? Think of all the seasonal depression we could combat if we just put some nice fairy lights out for the duration of winter. I'm sick of spending months driving in the dark. Christmas season should start December 1st and end February 15th. No. Again, do what you want. Do whatever you want. But, like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. After Christmas is over, like, for me, like, once the day after Christmas hits, I'm like, all the stress that I've been holding, all the Christmas stress and Christmas anxiety I've been holding kind of, like, goes away. And I'm like, okay, time to get back to normal. Like, time to get back, put everything back the way it was. I'm not really a fan of change, so, like, the way we have to set up, like, our Christmas tree and stuff, the dog's cage has to go away, and it's kind of just there, and where the dog's cage is supposed to be, and, like, for me, that really bugs me. Like, it doesn't feel right that my dog doesn't have her own space to go in if she wants to, because there's got to be a tree there. So, like, for me, like, having it up all of December, like, that's enough. Like, change it back the way that's comfortable. Okay, next one. But again, you do you. The next one, getting money for Christmas is a bottom tier gift. I see way too often people say, bro, instead of buying me a $20 gift, just give me the $20. Yeah, in the soulless logic puzzle that is your mind, $20 could get you the gift they would have otherwise gotten you, as well as anything else that costs $20. We get it, money is versatile. But money isn't a gift, it's a paycheck. A loan, it's paper with a number on it that blends in with the number in your bank, and it becomes a slightly bigger number, then you forget about it forever. Want to know what I got for Christmas? Want to know what I got one year for Christmas from my parents? A vacuum. A real nice ass vacuum. One that works. I've gotten so pissed at my past 3 vacuums because they kept breaking, and my parents knew my frustration. So they sent me a nice one for Christmas, and I love it. Not just because it does its job, but because I know my mom and dad listened to my grievance and helped out in a more meaningful way than a gift card ever could. Now, every time I clean the carpet, I think of them. If I would have otherwise used the cash they could have sent me to buy my own vacuum, I wouldn't be thinking of them when I get it from the store. I wouldn't think of them whenever I clean. It'd just be a household item, nothing more. They even got it in blue. Fucking love blue. Money is great, I get it. Oh my god, that's a long one. You can buy whatever you want, cool, but there is no emotion, no thought behind it. If you don't understand the actual concept behind gift giving, you should not be giving gifts. Don't even get me started on homemade stuff. My grandma knit me an itchy-ass blanket that's both too hot and too cold, and it's great. She somehow knit the design of spaghetti on it because in 2nd grade I did a presentation on how she made the best pasta. I hadn't even had spaghetti in like 3 years, but I use that blanket whenever I'm on the couch. But yeah, I'm sure a check would have been equally as memorable. Not. Money as a gift tells the person one or several of these things. 1, this was very last minute, so here's a few bucks, didn't even put in an envelope, sorry. 2, I don't know or care enough about you to get something that you like / need / appreciate. Here's something you can buy lunch with for the next couple days. 3, I'm pretending this is a good gift because I have come to the logical conclusion that you can use this paper currency to get yourself a gift. Aren't I so smart? Just spend a few minutes out of each year bothering to think about other people. Not a huge ask. Don't just throw a few dollar bills at people you say you know like they're a cheap hooker. In conclusion, a dollar bill given to a friend that's folded like a swan is worth more to them than a 10. I don't agree with that, honestly, because, I mean, a gift is a gift. When I was younger, I said one time to my grandma, that I liked cooking. For the next, 10 years, she got me cooking stuff that I never used. It was because I liked cooking with her. I didn't like cooking by myself. I liked cooking with her. But she thought, oh, okay, she likes cooking. So, for the next 10 years, she got me stuff that I didn't ever use. So it's I get where money isn't as, personable, but, honestly, I'd rather have money than have something that I'm never going to use, or that, I don't, it's hard because it sounds bad, but, at the same time, I'd rather have the money to buy something that I can use instead of just getting something that I can't or I won't use. Okay, the next one is Christmas gifts as an adult are fucking stupid. Let me provide some context. Giving and receiving small gifts is completely fine and a fun part of Christmas. This is normal. What I'm referring to here is how completely weird it is when a grown adult actually passes around a Christmas list, like one entire half of my family. The crazy thing is that they just don't ask for small things. Some of the highlights of their lists include Apple AirPods, a Nintendo Switch, a KitchenAid mixer, or concert tickets. The worst part of it all, if you get something not on their list, they return it to the fucking store. If you are an adult who actually still gives people a Christmas list, you are weird. That is my unpopular opinion. So, reading this, your family is just rude. Just gotta say that. They're rude. You don't return a gift to the store just because it's not on your list. If it's something, not in your size or something like that, but, returning it just because it wasn't on your list is kind of weird. Something we did this year, so, everybody in my house is an adult, and so we all made Christmas lists, and we did, not really Secret Santa, because we all know who everybody has, but, but we all made a list, and then we have like $100 limit, so we have to buy $100 worth of things from their list, for whatever person you got. And I mean, I think that's acceptable. And my cousins on my dad's side, we always do like a Secret Santa, and we always provide like a couple things, like a list of like 3 things that we would like, you know. And I don't think that's weird. I don't know, to me that's normal. But like, I'm not gonna like, I don't expect other adults to get me gifts. Like, the Secret Santa we do with my family, it's like, you can choose to be in on it, but it's like, if you choose to be in on it, then you know you're gonna buy a gift for somebody else. So, like, and you know somebody's gonna be buying a gift for you. So, like, I don't know, but like, I would never like get a Christmas list and like send it to my aunts or my uncles, or, you know, even my grandparents. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, it all depends on your family. I mean, if your family's the kind of people who would want lists, that's one thing. But if they're the kind of people that wouldn't want lists, then don't give them lists, because that would be weird for them. Okay, the next one. Sending Christmas cards that are one long letter about your family or have a photo of your family on the card cover is self-involved and narcissistic. Every year around Christmas, my mom receives at least 3 to 4 Christmas cards, which all include one long letter paragraphing what each family member is doing in their life, along with a list of achievements. The majority of these cards will have a photo of the family as a cover of the card, and for the most part, they are families we barely know. I think it's narcissistic to think anybody is that interested in your life or wants to place your photo on their mantle. So I think nowadays that's kind of weird, because everybody has social media. So like, and I know not everybody has it, but like, most people have social media, and most people like post what they're up to on social media. So to have like a newsletter is kind of weird. But like, you're sending out a Christmas card with like your family's picture, I don't think that's weird and narcissistic. When we lived at our old house, we had like a closet door. It was like a folding door. It was kind of actually a big closet, now that I think of it. And every year when we got Christmas cards, we would tape them up there so we could see. I don't feel like that's narcissistic to give someone a picture of you. If they don't want it, they can just throw it away. Like, why? Okay. I believe this is the last one. Okay. This one. Okay. I will never tell my kids Santa Claus is real because I don't want to lie to them. I had a conversation with friends, and they were talking about Santa Claus and if my kid knows it yet. I told them I will not lie to them, talking about imaginary person that would randomly give presents in exchange of good behavior. I do not understand first why kids shouldn't know that the presents are from your family and that you actually spent money for them rather than a stranger. Also, you are basically lying to them for some consumerism, and you basically create brats that are only motivated to do good for a present. What are your thoughts on that? We never had Santa Claus when I was a kid, and it never upset me. Also, I have to add that we don't do this tradition of opening presents in the morning, but do it all together at Christmas night. And it said, don't mention imagination. My kid has plenty of it. They don't watch TV, create their own world, and enjoy reading books and stories. 2, stop being Western-centered. Kids can have a lot of fun without being spoon-fed by Santa Claus, which is just commercial stuff. You can offer presents and be happy doing that, and your kids can do that also. I don't think it's nice to pretend some imaginary person they don't know thinks about them. Isn't it like telling don't trust strangers and then teach them the contrary? Yeah. So I have a hard time with this, because when I was younger and I found out about, Santa Claus, I was angry. I remember specifically being angry. And you know, but at the same time, like, I didn't, like, I was angry for, like, half a second, and then I was over it. But I also like the idea of what I've read online a couple times of, like, you know, once their kids find out the truth about Santa, you know, it's like, yes, Santa is a real person, but he's not, you know, Santa doesn't look like what you think Santa looks like. You know, anyone can be Santa, that kind of thing. Because, like, I do agree with that. Like, anyone can be Santa. But, I don't know. I like the idea of Santa, and I don't think it's necessarily lying. I mean, it's, in a way it is, but in a way it isn't. But I don't think it's such a bad thing. But if you don't want to tell your kids that Santa's real, then that's you. That's your choice. You do you, boo. That's what I've said this whole video. You do you. Who cares what I think? You raise your kids the way you want to raise them. And that was the last unpopular Christmas opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Yeah, see those